Friday. Happy Friday to all. Hope you're well. Congratulations, made it through another week. Let's see what happens over the weekend. Let's see if we can get some momentum going again. Anyway, so let's start here, right? This lovely man, a lord, yeah, said it serves people right if they cram themselves into a ghastly Ryanair flight or pack a pub and catch the coronavirus. If you don't know, Ryanair flight is like an airline company that everyone says is always the cheapest budget one, yeah? So he's been a bit of a elitist there, which you'd expect because he's a lord, but still, it serves people right if they catch the coronavirus. So obviously, we don't believe that it's a deadly virus, but according to him and his cronies and the media, it is. And they're just taking the mickey, the piss out of people, mocking them, basically saying, it serves them right. It's a lovely man, this guy. Make sure to send him a nice message. And then let's go here, right? Because people were talking about, we were talking about this guy yesterday. Look how he's been here with all the three American presidents, all the way back to Bush, yeah? Does he look like he's an enemy to you? No, I don't think so. Then let's have a look at this, right? Post COVID-19, let's embrace the new normal. So they're trying to like glorify it, yeah? So they say stuff like here at the bottom, already getting our meals delivered home? Why not our groceries and medicines? So we don't want you coming out of your house, so we will deliver everything to you because we don't want to see you out on the streets. You don't belong there. Digital banking. Time to say goodbye to cash. Ah, okay. So you want the cashless society, you're admitting it now. So goodbye to cash, checks, and needless visits to the branch and get online. So basically, what they'll do is they'll eventually sort of shut down the banks. Um, and then telemedicine. No need to wait for hours in hospital for your turn to see the doctor. Just turn on your app and book your consultation. Now, all these things that we're talking about are not really aimed at the older population, are they? Because the older population will want to go to the branch, they won't want to do online banking, and they won't want to use an app to book a consultation. They'll prefer to actually see their doctor, yeah? Not all of them, but some will. Come on now. They're from a different generation. And then look, distance learning, okay? A blend of classroom and online learning. Well, I'd say it's going to be mainly online learning, okay? Again, because they don't want you out of your house, so you learn in your house online. And then remote working. Again, they don't really want you in an office. They'd rather you're at home. And they say to you, "Oh, look, you're going to cut down time spent in in traffic jams." So they're glorifying it, making it seem like it's all convenient, okay? But what they're doing is they're not targeting. This is not the new normal for older people. It's like they've forgotten about the older people. Like they're not going to be here. If you get what I'm saying, yeah. They're not going to be here. So yeah, that's even though it's all glorified and all nice and visually nice, it's just pretty satanic, really, if you think about it. Talking about satanic, look at the cases percentage. 33%. I bet you was probably like maybe 20 if it isn't even a real thing, but they said now round it up to 33. You know what they're like. And then where should we go? Now let's go here, right? J.K. Rowling. Now I'm not too bothered about the actual article itself, what they're talking about. But what I found quite interesting, yeah, is that she also writes under pseudonym Robert Galbraith, yeah. So she pretends to be a man who's writing books, yeah. It's a bit weird. I don't know. I just find that a bit weird. Don't know what you guys think. And then let's go to a Kanye West story because they're always sort of very intense. Now it says here Kanye West tweets then deletes a disturbing message to his daughter about. Well, let's just read it. I'm going to war and putting my life on the line. And if I am murdered, don't ever let the white media tell you I wasn't a good man. When people threaten to take you out of my life, just know I love you. So that's quite deep because if it is real, he's saying that, you know, his threat of getting murdered. Yeah. And then he says the white media. So it's a divisive tweet. It's a controversial tweet. It's sort of maybe predicted program. Maybe there'll be like a false flag event involving him in the future. I really don't know, but it's not a decent thing to actually put out there, especially when you address it to a young daughter. Yeah. What else have we got here? Okay, so remember, for all those that don't know, the president of Belarus was offered a bribe by the IMF. Remember that for later on, IMF, yeah? And he refused it. They wanted him to impose lockdown, make his people wear masks, have curfews, etc., crash the economy. He said no, and now he's the enemy of the New World Order, and they're trying to take him out, whether it's assassinate him or make him leave the country because he feels under threat. Okay, so let's look at some articles here. No, YouTube, right? Chavez and Lukashenko, Bush worst nightmare. Look how long ago, 12 years. So 12 years ago, they were saying that Lukashenko was an enemy of America, i.e. enemy of the New World Order. Okay, so that tells you a lot. It tells you a lot that they were friends, Chavez and Lukashenko. Okay. Look here. Chavez promises Belarus oil for 200 years. Okay, remember that, oil, yeah? So that's a massive thing, to promise a country that you're going to sell them petrol for 200 years or trade for 200 years with them. That's a big thing, okay? And then look into Hugo Chavez, yeah? Look at some of the videos he's got here when he was alive. George Bush, you're a donkey. Chavez calls Bush the devil. When he said that, when he said Bush is a devil, he was actually in a UN meeting, okay? So he said it in front of everyone. Here he is saying the stupid people from Fox News. Look, damn you, state of Israel. So he's even calling out that country as well. So you can just imagine that this guy is another enemy of the New World Order, yeah? And then, look here. Castro says he will blame Bush for any attempt on Chavez's life, okay? Look, Chavez and Iranian president, who again is an enemy of the New World Order, mocks the US, okay? So Chavez, friends with Lukashenko, friends with Castro, friends with the Iranian president, yeah? Chavez dead, yeah? That's what I think. I hope not, but I think that's what they're going to try to do to Lukashenko, yeah? So let's have a little look at this video, okay?
I've teamed up with Perfect Draft. We have got Lederhosen.
1 second, stupid advert.
Muammar Gaddafi received a hero's welcome when...
Wrapping up, another summit was getting underway. Venezuela's Hugo Chavez hosted the second South America-Africa summit, which gave birth to a new bank meant to serve as a counterweight to the International Monetary Fund.
Boom. IMF. Where did we hear that before? Belarus. Yeah, he refused that IMF deal. And now you've got Chavez trying to create another bank in direct competition to the IMF.
Perhaps the most talked about guest was Muammar Gaddafi. Chavez expressed great admiration for the Libyan leader who was on his first visit to Latin America since coming to power 40 years ago. Our correspondent Francois Xavier Freeland brings us this report on the developing relationship between the two heads of two oil-rich nations.
And there you go, oil-rich nations. So Chavez and Gaddafi, oil-rich nations, what they both got in common? Both dead. Yeah? Again, they had good ties. They're both now dead. Yeah? And then let's have a look, last of all, let's have a look at this quick video here. Yeah?
It's all about. We have been concerned with some of the actions of Venezuelan President Chavez and his understanding of what a democratic system is all about.
This is a dangerous enemy to our south, controlling a huge pool of oil that can hurt us very badly.
Oil.
We have the ability to take him out, and I think the time has come that we exercise that ability to get rid of one, strong-armed dictator. It's a whole lot easier to have some of the covert operatives do the job and then get it over with.
Did you hear that? So they're basically... that's a preacher, pastor guy saying that they need to take him out and they should get some operative to take him out, yeah? So they were blatant about it, that they wanted him dead, yeah? And then that's what's happened. Simple as that. If you go against a new world order, if you try to bring a new currency in, if you try to get a new bank, if you try to unite Africa and South America like Chavez did, you're an enemy to the new world order, yeah? So that's why I think... Lukashenko, the president of Belarus, is going to get all this because he has all these ties to these people and he's against a new world order, against a lockdown. Okay? Right. Now let's leave it on a more positive note. Okay? So we've got this article here. You've got a writer called James Delingpole. Okay? And what did he say? He says... No sane or informed person would wear a mask in a supermarket and would totally encourage his children to break laws relating to the pandemic because I don't want my children growing up to be the compliant gimps of a fascist state. So, yeah, I would have said pandemic instead of pandemic, but apart from that, I agree totally with what is said there. So maybe, some neutral person reads that article and thinks, well, I am sane, I am informed, so why is this guy saying I shouldn't wear a mask? Yeah, maybe they look into it then, I hope so. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about stuff that we've talked about. So, Kanye West, J.K. Rowling using a man's name to write other books, the president of Russia and his close ties to all the three American presidents, as you can see, glorifying the new normal. And yeah, and the other thing is I was looking up how to disable a drone and I found this website. I thought it was quite funny. So our airspace security experts analyze your needs and determine optimal protection measures against drones. We need to look into this, yeah, because we know that drones are going to be a thing of the future. So we need to see how we can disable them. We need to see how people can hack into things and how we can disable cameras and surveillance. There's going to come a time where we need to actually take action rather than just sit and talk. Because time waits for no man. They're already saying the second wave is coming. We know it's all a load of BS. So all we need to do is stay on our path, keep positive, learn as much knowledge as we can, so that when we do have the opportunity to let people know what we think, that we can do it in an informed and polite, educated, civilized manner. Yeah. So anyway, guys, as always, it's a pleasure. I hope you have a great rest of your Friday evening. Let's see if I can do a stream tomorrow, hopefully showing some of the protest marches that are hopefully going to be there tomorrow in London from 12 o'clock onwards. So yeah, please subscribe and comment, like and share. Unite the people to fight the evil. No new normal. This is Overkill, over and out.